Hey traders, I have an awesome trade setup plus a trade that I just got into, and that's what I want to share with you. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader: emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Hey traders, I've just recorded the video walking you through the top 13 biggest mistakes that most traders make in the markets. As you know, that the mistakes that you're actually making in the markets right now is actually killing your chances of being successful. So click on the box above that says top 13 mistakes to get access to this now. Alright, hey traders, exactly what the introduction said. I'm about to share with you a trade that I got into. My risk on this trade, or my risk not including brokerage, is around 2%. Is around the 2% mark. Okay, so if I'm wrong, I lose 2%, and I lose 2%, not including brokerage. Okay, so I just want to let you guys know, if you are going to take a position on this, make sure that if the worst case scenario happens, you can sleep at night, you can wake up tomorrow, and you keep moving forward. Okay, done and dusted. I'm not telling you that this trade's going to work out. It may not work out. That's the reason why I have a low risk on this, because no trade's a guarantee. But let me just share with you the setup, the reason why I like this particular setup. And it was actually in UNG. That's the natural gas ETF. Let me just share with you, okay? The first thing I want to start with this, guys, and then guys, I'm just going to lay this system out step-by-step detail so you guys can see a full detail of this system here, okay? Now this is one of the more of the trickier setups, or not trickier setups. How do I say that? This is one of more the complicated setups, but it's complicated only because I'm looking for as many things as I can have on my side for it to be a profitable trade. Because it's all about a probability game, right? And the more things you have on your side, the higher the probability is. So the first thing that happened is, look at this here. The market had a gap up. So if we look at this here, the market went from here up to here. What is that there? That is a breakaway gap. Breakaway gaps are quite strong. And so that's the first thing that actually I see. And so the next thing I see is that it opened at the very bottom and it closed at the very top. This is the type of bar here, okay? This is called a bar analysis here. And you can see here that the market closed low and it opened high. Now again, guys, I must reiterate, it doesn't mean this trade's going to work out, okay? But I promise you, you take trades like this, you're gonna have a massively high win-loss ratio. You know, and it's based on this analysis here. Again, it may not work out. That's the reason why I've got 2%, not including brokerage on the table here, okay? So, a gap's up, breakaway gap, so that's the first thing I like. Second thing is open low and closed high. Close at the highest bar here, close at the high day. That's showing, this is what we call a bullish update. This is a very bullish update. Open basically on the low and close almost on the high. Very, very, very bullish update. Not only that, but if I open up my chart and I squeeze my chart up a little bit more, you can see this volume. This volume is towering. So that's what we call the real short-term analysis, right? Real short-term analysis is that we've had a gap up, a bullish update with volume. That alone, guys, is going to start to give you advantage. If you're looking for much better entry signals, that alone is going to start to give you a bit more advantage. Now, let me share with you what I also see here through here as well too. So that's the real short term. What's happening, say, over the last, say, 3 months with the time frame? We can see we came down through here, we came straight back up, and then we came back down, and now we're starting to pop back up again. But what is this also? If I bring up my 6 months worth of data, 6 months worth of time frame, is that going to happen? There we go, cool. So 6 months worth of time frame. What we're starting to see here is this. We're starting to see, firstly we're starting to see, is you can see that this whole area through here, if you're looking at this is the whole area of support and resistance. We have this resistance, 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 and we have this whole area of resistance support through here as well too. And as you can see, the market came back up and it actually didn't resist here, it came back down and found support through here. And then it bounced back up. The next thing I do say is, if you notice, this market has had a big run up, and now you can see it's actually had a nice run down as well too. So this is what you call basically a really nice bullish flag. Really, really nice bullish flag. Had a big run up, come back down, and as you can see, if I squeeze my chart a bit more, you can see it's had a big run back down, and that's where it is right now. So there's another couple of reasons why I like this setup, because it actually broke past this resistance level and now came down and found support and bouncing up. If I show you my weekly chart, and this is a really interesting one. If I share with you my weekly chart and I open up, you can see very clearly on the weekly chart that you can see all of this resistance, all these resistance levels. So if that resistance was strong enough, it would come back down and it would probably hold here as resistance. It didn't. Actually ran back up, come back down, and now it's holding here as support. Very bullish sign, very bullish sign, because not only did it not resist here, but now it's finding support and it's actually taking off. So that's what the weekly chart's telling me. And it looks like this, guys, this actually can get, looks like this, I have a target of this. If we break past 10, I have a target. If we break past 10 up here, oh, yeah, if we break past basically $9.50, then I have a target of $13. Say $12, $12 to $13, somewhere around there. That's a sweet spot for me. So that's the next thing I do see. So as you can see, guys, all of that just comes from the charts and the volume. Now, what I also like into this is I also liking into bringing up all my indicators. Okay, so as you can see, guys, I'm layering my analysis on the trade itself. One, I'm actually putting this out to you for you guys for free. As I said before, guys, I don't normally just share these trades with you, but I thought, you know what, it's coming up to Christmas. This is a bit of a Christmas gift for you guys. So let me go have a look at the indicators. Again, guys, this is what I do. I layer my charts. I look at what type of day is it, support, resistance levels, the weekly chart, the indicators, and so on and so forth. So let's have a look at this here. What do we see with the indicators here? Well, I see a lot of things. Firstly, this green line here is the 200-day moving average. It's above that. It's above this blue line, which is the 52-day, and it's also above this orange line, which is the 20-day. So orange line is pointing up, which is very bullish, and it's above the 50. So as you can see, the trend is it's actually changing the trend. It's changing. You can see this analysis come back up and pushing back up. So you can see it's really nicely bullish day here. So this is the reason why I got into it. So you can say, okay, well, I'm seeing that if this was going to be resistance here and break back down, we'd probably like it to break back down, but it didn't, right? It ran back up, came back down, found support here. Now exactly what I told you on the short-term analysis. So everything above these moving averages is showing me it's a very bullish sign. But not only that, but as you can see, we're getting this really nice. This is that low point through there, and this is this low point through here. So it definitely is showing strength in this RSI. But not only that, but you can see where my stochastics are right now. And I've talked about this many times, guys. But if you're just going on the stochastic alone, you know, and if we go back and have a look at the stochastic every time it got below here, this was that was that point there, that was that point there, and it rose. That was that point there, that was that point there, and it rose, came back down. That was that point through there, that was that point through there, and it rose. This was this point through here. It didn't rise. It actually kept dropping back down, and that's the reason why, guys, as I said before, I use pattern analysis and so on and so forth before, you know, firstly to get in. And as you can see, but it did come back down. But then when we eventually started crossing back up, we actually started getting that rise back above there. So that's the reason why, guys, I don't use the stochastics just by itself. But if you start using combination of what I've just talked about and where the stochastics are, now this is another thing to say, okay, this is looking good. So let me actually talk about this here step by step, and the things I like about this trade. One, as I said before, it had a G, stands for it had a gap up. It's basically a breakaway gap. Two, has a really nice what we call bullish up day. Open low and close low on the actual particular day. Three, what was the three? Three is that it has good. This is GV. That means good volume. All right. So three, the three that equals good volume. Four is it's at support. Right. Remember this support level here that we talked about before, especially on the weekly chart. Right. So that's the 4. 5. What else do we have? We have it's above above M, which is the moving averages, which is very bullish sign. Even though, especially when it came back down, now it's come back up. So that's 5. Number 6 is that we have the stochastics, stochastics way oversold, which is a very, very nice sign. And number 7 is that lastly we have the RSI showing strength as well too, as you can see through here. So there's basically the 7 things that I'm looking at, guys. It's like, this is a good trade. Now, guys, I do this because it gives me the advantage on my side. And guys, there's no doubt about that. You take setups like this, you take 100 trades throughout the year, you know, you're gonna have a 70 plus win-loss ratio. 70 of them win, 30 of them don't. You know, mine's about 72% when it comes to my directional plays. So there you go, guys. I don't know how this is going to work out. If it does work out, now let's talk about the type of trade I did. Let me actually just bring this up here. I'll bring this back to just the normal chart here. Let me talk about the type of trade I did. What I did, guys, is I bought. I think it was April. It was somewhere around then anyway. So anyway, I bought a good 4 or 5 months. What's that? January, February, March, April. So it's about 4 or 5 months worth of time in my option. Okay, 4 or 5 months worth of time in my option, and I bought way out of the money. Way out of the money. The options cost me 4 cents. Okay, 2% of my account, 4 cents. Now I want to share with you something, guys. Right now, at the money price was going for around about $1.30, I think it was. $1.30, say $1.30 to $1.40, somewhere around there. Alright, with me so far? So, and I bought a way out of the money option up here for 4 cents. If I'm wrong, guess what? I lose 2% in my account. If this does rise over the next 2, 3, 4 months, and we get back up to 12, 13, even more higher, 14, well, guess what then, guys? My 4 cent option that I bought is probably going to be around, say, $1, maybe a bit more. Because at the money right now, right about at the money is around that $1.30, $1.40. So do you see the way I like to play these setups, guys? I like to risk very small on my account, 1 to 2% on my account. This one here I put 2% because it has a lot more probability for it. If I'm wrong, I lose 2% of my account. But guess what? And if I am right, then as you can see, you know, if my option goes from 4 cents, you know, up to what's that? You know, if it goes from 4 cents, say, to 40 cents, I think is that a 1,000% return? I think so. I'm not doing my math here. Then if it goes to 80 cents, a 2,000% return. All right, and then if it goes to $1 and so on and so forth. I think I got my math there right anyway. Anyway, guys, it doesn't really matter. But all I'm saying is that, you know, this 2% of my account, if it does rise, if I'm right about this and it does rise over the next couple of months, my risk is 2%. And just say, for example, and I've got a lot more than this. I've got a lot more on this trade right now. But let's just say I only had $2,000 on this trade. Right? Again, I have a lot more on this trade right now, but I'm just talking this here. Even if you had $200 on this trade, right? And this $2,000 position, if it goes up to, let's actually just do this here for a minute. You know what, traders? Let me actually just share a little bit of math here with you. Let me actually just bring up this page here. I actually just paused the video a minute ago so I can bring up this calculator, share with you. That was just doing some analysis there. So if I'm buying the option for 4 cents, and if it just gets to 40 cents, okay, this is not including brokerage, okay, but I'm just giving you the simple math, the reason why I like this setup, the trade I took, and so on and so forth. My risk is a lot more than my risk. Let's just say, for example, I had $2,000. Again, I have a lot more than that. That's 2% of my account, but guys, you know, if I just had $2,000, what's my risk to reward ratio here? So if I calculate that, that gives me a 900% return. You know, if it goes to say 80%, then you got 1,900. But if it goes say up to say $1, and again, this is what I'm looking at here. If I'm dead right about what I think is going to happen over the next few months with UNG, well then this is a 2,000. Basically, 2,400% return. Now, let's have a look at this here, guys. All right, let's actually bring up my calculator here. All right, and again, guys, this is the simple math that I look at. So, okay, if I'm right, then this could be this is the profit I'm after. If I'm wrong, this is what I'm risking. And again, guys, let's just keep it simple. Again, I have a lot more than that on the trade, but if I am wrong, I will lose what I have in there. And again, let's just keep it simple right now. Let's just say I had $2,000 in there. I would lose the $2,000, right? I would lose that. So I'm risking $2,000. Or again, I'm keeping the number simple. If I had 2,000, I'm risking that. I'm risking 100% of that. but if I'm risking 100% of that, but if I'm right and the market really does rise and it gets to say $1, remember, at the money right now is about $1.30. Over the next 4 or 5 months, if it does rise, if very close to, not even at the money where my option is, it could be worth $1. Again, I'm just using hypothetical numbers here. All right, just hypothetical numbers. So if that's the case, and let's just say I had $2,000 on the actual, $2,000 on the trade. Say, is that right? Does that say $2,000 divided by 100 times 2,400% equals 48,000. So, guys, this is the way I like to trade, because as you can see, right, I could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losers in a row, have one really good winner, and I'm up. So as you can see, this is the type of analysis I trade. Guys, I could have literally one big winner and one big winner or one really good winner and 9 losses and still be way up. Do you see what I'm saying there, guys? So this is the numbers here. Now, I don't know. Natural gas could absolutely just explode, and it just take off. Now, if it got to where it is, right, if it got to at the money, that's worth about $1.30. That's 3,000% return. Again, I know, guys, I'm talking big numbers here, but let's actually let's just go 2,000 divided by 100 times 3,150. If it got to at the money. Now you're talking $63,000 potential profit there. Again, it's a potential profit. It may not happen, but we don't know what's going to happen next year. We don't know what's going to happen in the next 4 months. Again, guys, we're just talking about getting at the money. We're not talking about this natural gas rising, rising up to, well, let's just go to weekly chart, rising up to $40 or something like that. No, it's only got to get up to around about 15 or so, and then I'm good. 15 somewhere in there. You know what I mean? It's not like a massive move. It's not like it's got to get up here to 20. No, it's only got to rise back up to say 16 or so, and then that's basically where it's good for me. So it's not that far away. See what I'm saying there, guys? So if you look at that, and then you look where it is right now, again, guys, if it was only $2,000, my $2,000 risk, and that's the risk I'm taking, could potentially be a $60,000 profit for me. This is the type of setups to look at, and I like to place these trades, because guess what, guys? Even if I have a 20% win-loss ratio, if I have these numbers on my side and I have a 20% win-loss ratio, that means 8 times out of 10 I'm going to lose the whole lot, but 2 times I'm going to have a home run. I don't care what you say, guys. To me, that's how you make money in the markets. And so I'm sharing this with you. I'm sharing this. If you take this, again, guys, doesn't mean this trade's going to work out. Right? It doesn't mean this trade's going to work out. What I am saying is that when you take trades like this, you still can not only is the trade setup a very high probability setup itself, but the type of trade I've taken is that if I'm right, if I'm really right, or if I'm right, you can make a lot of money. Guys, and as you can see, that's the numbers based on 2,000. What if you just times that by 2 and you had $4,000? Now $4,000, if you had a $100,000 trading account, you're trading 4%. Or if you had say a $200,000 trading account, trading 2%, that's $4,000. Let me ask you a question, guys. If you had a $200,000 trading account, if you had a $200,000 trading account, and if you had a $200,000 trading account, and you said, okay, here's a really high probability setup. If I'm wrong, I lose 4,000 out of 200 grand. If I'm right, my account could be up over 100 grand. Now, I don't know about you guys, but it doesn't take me too long to make that math up. Or make that calculation. Heck, if you had a $200,000 trading account and only took $2,000, it still made 60 grand. The worst case scenario is you lose the 2 grand. The best case scenario is you make 50, 60 grand. Maybe less, maybe more. It may be a lot more. Who knows what's going to happen. Guys, this is the way. This is the Christmas gift for you guys. Okay, this is the Christmas gift for you guys to share with you what I'm looking at, and and how I'm trading a lot more now, moving forward into these markets. You risk small. You trade a type of option, and if you are right, then then yeah, as I said before, guys, if this trade works out for me, yeah, you know, it's like, and as you can see, guys, you know, like, you know, people say you got to risk a lot to make a lot. You don't, right? Again, it's about being smart. But as you can see, guys, what I was saying is that I went back and I found a really good, powerful, really high probability trading setup first. It doesn't matter what you think. The charts tell me this has a really good chance of rising over the next 3 or 4 months. If it does that, if the setup doesn't work and it just doesn't work, I'm gonna lose 2% of my account. Now, if it does work, well, then you can see the numbers here just on 4 grand. Again, I have a lot more than 4 grand on this trade, but I'm not, you know. But the thing is, guys, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you exactly what option I got and exactly, you know, exactly what month I got, because that's going to go into like giving you exact advice, and I don't want to go down that there. So this is me just giving you general advice. If you want to buy options and you want to pay whatever month, you know, that's up to you. You know what I mean? Like, that's totally up to you. But I'm just telling you what I've done. Straight up right now, saying you guys know, right? You guys know, you know, you guys can look back now, and if this thing does rise up to 50, if this thing rises back up, this thing where it is right now, $9, and over the next few months, say 3-4 months time frame, and it rises back up to 15, 16, well, you know that I've had, you know, I've had a really good payday that day, for that day. And if it's not, guys, and if it's not, and it doesn't work, guess what? You know, it was a small loss on my account. I can move forward to find another setup. But guess what, guys? I don't just have one of these setups. No, I have multiple of these setups. I place 1% here, a really high probability setup. I place 2% here, 2% there, 1% there, 2% here, 1% there. I might have 10 trades going, and heck, maybe 5 of them are just losses. And the other 5, maybe 2 or 3 of them are small, like a smaller profit, and then, you know, and then the other 2, like, they're really big home runs. That's the sort of numbers, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's just like, this is the way that trading works. But this is what I do, guys. 1-2% of my account, placing these setups, placing these trades, being patient, letting them run, and if I'm right big. So anyway, guys, I wanted to do this video for you because it's a bit of a Christmas gift for you guys, because it's coming up to Christmas. But I wanted to share with you guys what it really takes behind the scenes to trade these markets and move forward long term. You know what I mean? Like, be smart about the way that you're trading the markets. You know, and like I do a lot of analysis on Dow Jones, and I do a lot of analysis on the way that we actually trade these markets, and you know, I do a lot of analysis that way. But the thing is, guys, you know, looking at the Dow Jones and so on and so forth. But as you can see, I do a lot of trading outside of, you know, I think I got 2 positions on right now. I got one on the Nasdaq or QQQ, and the one on the IWM. You know, and it's like, you know, guys, that's basically what I have there. But, you know, literally 90+% of my trading, guys, is done on different ETFs, different stocks, and different setups. If I'm right, I'm right a lot. I'm right really big. If I'm wrong, guess what, guys? Yeah. If I'm wrong, well, then guess what? Now I can live to fight another day. You know, it's not going to hurt my account too much. And so that's the way, you know, guys, when you're trading the markets, trade the markets to set yourself up to win. Okay, you want to set this is, you know, trading is not about getting every trade right, but it's setting yourself up to win. To know that if you took 100 trades, and guys, if you look about this here, right, and you only did say 1% on your account. Let's do this here. Say 1% of your account, and let's just say you did at the end of the year, you took 100 trades like that. And let's just say only 20 of them were home runs. We're talking like 2,000 or 3,000% return. Well, as I said to you before, guys, you know, 1% over 100 is 100%. Obviously, 100% loss, but you know, you're not going to have 100% loss. You know, 20 wins and so on and so forth. So, anyway, guys, I am going to finish this video up here. I hope you guys see what I'm saying here, and I hope you guys understand my analysis here. You know, this is just a gift from me to you guys. If you are going to take this setup, guys, just be prepared that it may lose. This is not me saying, hey guys, I found an amazing trading setup and it's definitely going to win, or it's definitely going to make money. No, it may not. This thing may stop here and turn around and go straight back down. I'm like, you know, there goes my 2%. Or it may not. It may go back down to $7 and then suddenly shoot back up. I don't know. But the way that I like to trade this is that whatever I put in, I'm risking 100% on that trade. That's the way I like it. So I only trade a few percent of my account, so that's my maximum risk on that option. Make sense, guys? So anyway, guys, have an amazing day. Hope this helps you out. Hope this gives you a bit more understanding of the reason why I like to trade the way I trade, how I trade and stuff like that, and my setups and so on and so forth. And hopefully you guys have got some really good tips of how to set up a trading plan to find really good high probability setups. Hey, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get more free education about trading, then click on the box that says free trading course. This is a free trading course. It goes for around 12 hours long. It's about 12 videos long. Covers everything from chart reading, mindset, trading systems, money management, trade management, everything you need to get yourself ahead in the markets. And if you'd like to get my help personally, then click on the box that says get John's help, and you'll be able to see how you can get my help personally. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. And remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today.